Coca-Cola. But that was when they had the cocaine at the Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
so,
probably. Well,
you got to
maybe
give them a
not.
little wiggle room there. All right. Yeah. So what's going on?
How's it going, Mike?
Good to
How are
see
you today, sir?
Fine.
Dope.
Hey, whoa. Yeah, stopped at Tommy's on the way down.
No. Did
They
you get
got out of
something
my
to eat?
house. I did. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, they were nice.
What'd you get?
I got ribeye and eggs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. That does sound good.
Yeah.
Except I don't eat beef anymore.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do? You can eat
They had
chicken.
other items.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
You can get those 3D printed steaks.
Oh, I don't know how those taste.
I don't know.
Probably tastes like fake beef.
And if you drop your salt from here, it'll taste great. It has to
little
pick up a
cilantro.
certain velocity.
I like cilantro salt.
Yeah.
Man, I saw this video a while back, and I went found the original, and it turns out it was a satire. But she was like, "I like to use the salt like this, and then if you add a little bit of salt on top of it, it adds a little extra flavor."
Well, it does.
Nice. Well, Todd, you let us know, and we'll kick this party here, this holiday spectacular party off.
Yes. Do. Oh. There's a mashup of Slayer and
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Slayer.
Well, welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast.
Extraordinary.
Coming to you from the historic Renton Civic Theater in beautiful and festive, holiday lit up, all that good stuff, downtown Renton, Washington.
Loving it.
How's it going, boys?
Geez, good to see you.
Yeah, good,
to see you,
good.
fellas.
Almost Christmas time, or whatever.
it is,
It's
yeah,
in
no,
the
we're
middle of
good.
the holiday
Yeah.
season.
5 days
right?
away, right? Next week, this time.
Yeah, if they're watching
that'll
this
be-
on
it's the next
Friday,
Monday,
it's
yeah.
like 3 days away.
bomb.
Oh, yeah?
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is episode 51 for us, which
That's
is
amazing.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think
It's amazing. Good job, guys.
Episode 51 for everybody, though, Chuck.
Well, it's actually 52 for everybody else, but for us, it's 51.
And if they're watching the shorties and such, it's like these people are racking it up.
250. Yeah.
I mean, it could almost bring about eye strain.
It could.
The amount
It
of
definitely
quality stuff
That's out there, yeah. And tonight's safe word, boys, is mistletoed. If anybody is having an issue and needs to take a quick break, mistletoe, just yell it out, and we'll stop this here program and
I
check
know
on
you
you.
can get that as an ornament.
Yeah, I've seen those. They're pretty funny.
It's on Etsy.
like a missile toad.
It's
It-
a toad with a
with a missile
Rocket
strapped to its
launcher.
back.
strap to his
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the alternate universe Boba Fett.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What is the Loki, all the
The variants.
the
variants? Yeah. Well, we're going to do a little bit of Christmas talk, a little Christmas tradition, holiday specials, all that good stuff. This is sort of our second annual because our first show, I believe, was sort of the same thing, right? Last year?
Jeez.
Yeah. It was a year ago today. I
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and we had some lovely Jones soda. I tried to find
Oh, it's
some
fantastic. Yeah. Remember
earlier
that?
today.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
Turkey and gravy Jones soda.
Oh, no,
which was
baby.
He got banned along with the Four Locos.
But hey, let's talk
that's
about
great.
where some of these crazy Christmas traditions actually come from. How about that? Did you guys know that the first Christmas movie was a silent 1-minute film? It was called Santa Claus, and it came out in 1898.
Wow.
And for some reason, it had some of the first special effects where they actually showed like Santa Claus, I believe, going down through the chimney. And I don't really remember from the article what they actually had him do, but it was like the first practical effects.
Yeah.
All right.
To me, it wasn't just like people walking on screen, hey, how are you? Kind of thing.
Jeez, that's neat.
Yeah.
And it wasn't one of the stereoscope things. It was a motion
Yeah.
picture.
Oh,
One minute.
rotoscope.
Yeah.
1
Yeah,
minute long.
rotoscope. Nice.
And what it looked like, it was Santa Claus cruising across somebody's roof and then going down their chimney.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I don't know. I might have to go look for that. It's probably in the archive.org where you can get all the public domain stuff.
That's neat.
There is a video from 1997 that you can find on YouTube, and actually posted it to the Facebook page today. It's a History Channel 40-minute documentary about the history of Christmas, and it talks about all the stuff we're going to be talking about today.
Oh, all right.
Well, most of the stuff, anyway.
Well, don't watch this first. Don't look at
don't
that.
stop watching us.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
watch
yeah,
that
yeah,
after.
yeah.
Don't say, okay, these guys suck. Let me click that on.
They're not going to do that, Charles. Come on now.
Did you guys know that Christmas as a sort of a white, cold Christmas, as we sort of long for nowadays with the snowy and the fire inside and all that, that all came from Charles Dickens, because when he wrote like A Christmas Carol and what was the other? It was A Tale of Two Cities. That was kind of, no, it wasn't Tale of Two Cities. Well, anyway, Great Expectations and stuff like that. It was always centered around sort of this cold, snowy, hey, governor, snowball kind of a thing. And that was all because of him. And
Charles Dickens.
it was because when he was a kid, there was an entire decade in England where the winters were just really, really, really cold.
Oh.
And then, so as a youth, his memory of Christmas was that. So he brought that out into his writings and stuff. So
Yeah.
Oh, I know, it was rough times. And just enough cold to pollute every tiny cubic foot.
Wasn't
of
it also
atmosphere.
because of it? What was the guy that did all those like paintings of like log cabins and like what I'm talking about? They put them on postcards and shit and greeting cards.
Oh, Thomas Kincaid or something?
the Kincaid stuff.
No, I
The only
can't,
painter I've married
I
in my
can't-
life is Frank Frazetta. Thank you very much.
I can't think of what it was, but they were famous paintings and stuff that were like
What
Landscapey
what
stuff.
years are we talking about?
God, I don't know when they came out. I just remember them being on Christmas cards forever when we were growing up.
Like a Norman Rockwell thing?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, he was after Charles
Well,
Dickens, but he probably maybe took some of that imagery from him, kind of a thing. So, yeah.
But and I guess the idea that you're comfortable in a time of, cold or whatever, although Dickens stuff isn't often comfortable, right? But that's the luxury, right? When you can be warm and you can be fed when times are harsh,
go get the biggest goose, governor.
Yeah. Oh, man. London's rough.
Boy,
That
what
town's
day
got
is
a
it?
lot
Oh, my
of
God,
stories.
Yeah. And do you think his family is making, because there's like every time you turn around, there's another adaptation of Scrooge and A Christmas.
I think it's public domain now, so no.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, because Sherlock Holmes is still Dame. It's still the estate
of the what's his face?
Yeah.
Well, as long as somebody like creates a new version of it or something to keep the copyright alive. That's. I mean,
I just wonder if they have to pay, because we just rewatched the Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds.
Spirited?
Good afternoon. You haven't seen it?
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, we just watched it again, and it was still, it holds up. It was funny last year. It was funny this year.
Nice.
But I mean, it's a takeoff, and they even use the characters in the movie. So
Are they going to charge us for saying, Governor?
Governor?
More, please, Governor.
More, please.
Please, may I have some more?
Yeah.
That's Oliver. Never mind.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's all just speaking out against the horrors of concentrating power and wealth to the top.
Right.
And we're like, oh, how quaint.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't have any pudding until you eat your meat.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. And how good was that pudding that they're talking about?
I
in Pink
mean,
Floyd?
how good was that meat?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's rough. The Wall. I remember being a teenager just watching The Wall like a lot. Oh, man, it's a good record though. It really is.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those ones that it's like, I don't really need to listen to it very often.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's like The Shining is a good movie. Don't need to watch
can't
it a
watch
lot.
it too many times.
Yeah, because you're not really enjoying it.
Right,
You know,
right.
you're experiencing it, but man,
Living through it. Did you guys know? Do you guys do gingerbread houses?
My
you
housemates
when you-
do, and it's weird for me because they build the gingerbread house, but they don't ever eat it. And to me, that's weird. 'Cause
Oh, you eat them?
Why
I'm not a
wouldn't
big
you?
fan of the gingerbread.
Yeah.
oh, I don't know.
I mean, as long as it's not like hard and crunchy, it's kind of gross when it's like that. But
I do like ginger snap cookies or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But it's
even if
been
they're kind of soft,
30
you
years
bite
since
them.
I had one. Remember the molasses ginger ones from Hostess or
Yes,
whatever?
yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I remember being a teenager. You could eat 80 of them and not even notice. Like, what the
All I know is last year the gingerbread house was destroyed by the elf on the shelf last year.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Little
Like went on a
bastard.
rampage or something.
It destroyed the
Nice.
roof.
Little bastard. Well, gingerbread houses, they became popular in Germany and then it spread worldwide during the same time as the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel came out. So, I mean, obviously the candy house and all that stuff from
Yeah, was there something in the
witch.
molasses? Yeah.
I just want a little piece of your house.
Yeah.
I guess that would have been more German accent, right?
That was good, though. Hansel.
Hansel,
Hansel?
Gretel,
Hansel?
I
Yeah,
found
but,
this
but
house.
then they fixed all those problems of like witches in the woods and,
Yes.
and all this, and by cutting down the entire fucking forest and burning it. Every
you
single
serious?
oh yeah, no, humans did. Humans ran
Oh, wow,
across the
that's great.
entire oh yeah, all of Europe and just said, nope, that one too.
Shouldn't we just save one Hansel?
Oh man. But there's, you know, no, you have no forest witches with no forest evidently.
All of our German viewers,
Yeah.
let us know how our accents
Yeah.
are doing.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I
Here
didn't
comes the
sign
death
off
threats.
on that, folks. It's all on them.
Well, we like the voices. And now that we're into we're doing radio theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Anybody want to talk about our radio theater? Can I
sure.
interrupt our
You can
regularly
interrupt anytime.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, geez, we did a thing, guys, and it's on the.
Yeah.
It's out right now.
It's out right now.
Yeah.
Today is
Yes.
the opening day.
yeah.
It's available on the YouTubes and on the normal podcast feed. So wherever you get your podcast, you can listen to it.
Yeah.
The Star Wars
And got
holiday
nothing
special.
but thumbs up from everybody I talked to. They
Right
could
on.
just be being nice, but
Yeah, no, our
it
friends
sounds
aren't that
genuine.
nice, yeah.
So- well, not just them, other likes and
Jeez.
views and stuff. So
And what about the
take it
Jakarta
off.
9? Have they? No, it
I
didn't
haven't
make it to
seen the
Jakarta
Jakarta.
yet.
I know
We
it should
sent
be.
it on a it has to go across the date line, but it has to go west to east.
I can tell you how many
It's
views.
a licensing thing.
yeah.
Lawyer said something.
It
about
was
that.
posted 12 hours ago, and
Oh, geez.
so far it's only gotten 7 plays.
Oh.
So
on what?
on the Spotify.
Yeah, that's Spotify.
we're up to like-
I'm the only one who listens to Spotify.
27 or 28 on the YouTube.
this is-
last
this
I
is-
checked
this is
a few
across-
hours ago.
This is across all the normal like podcast platforms.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So watch it on the YouTubes. That's where it seems to be doing the best.
Yes.
YouTube
YouTube pay us.
YouTube. Kick with the advertising. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun, guys.
Yes, yeah, good work. Both of you. Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry you couldn't make it to the listening party,
Yeah.
family obligations and stuff,
Yeah,
but everybody
yeah.
was clapping afterwards and laughing about
Giggling
it.
and-
And
Nice.
Mike, I gotta say that everybody is like that son dun dun dun. It was awesome. Just the
bit,
voice
yeah.
work. Yeah,
Oh,
it was great.
geez.
No, they all thought you were just terrific. So,
Oh, geez.
yeah.
Wow, well.
So if you ever
It's a
need
lot
a
of pressure,
secondary
yeah.
career, yeah,
I
yeah.
do like doing the voices, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So look for more stuff
that's great.
in the future from us.
Yeah, no,
we
I'm
should
really
do the
excited
Charlie
about
Brown
it.
Christmas next year.
Oh, man. Dun, dun, dun. I do like that song. But now we're going to get sued by the Garibaldi estate. Gonna pay those guys too.
The Schwartz or
Yeah.
Schultz.
It's a good song.
Yeah. we could do our own, adaptation of something like It's a Miserable Life or something like that, or It's a Horrible Life.
Yeah, it's just a no down rotten.
I think
Gen
the
X
Bundys
life.
did that. Married with Children
Sure.
did that, where
Oh,
they're
my
like
God.
Al. Everybody was better off because Al wasn't in the picture, right? And so he's like, "Screw that! I want to get me back in there. I want to mess them all up."
Yeah.
I'll show them.
Oh man, yeah. So we could
That's
definitely talk about that, man. Did you know that kids used to have Santa write to them and tell them how naughty they've been or nice they were? And then in sort of modern times, it morphed into this, hey, send a letter to Santa to tell him what you want.
Yeah.
But back in the day, the parents would write a letter, Dear Billy, you
what-
suck.
Yeah. You
This
won't
is
be
what-
getting an apple this year.
This is why
Enjoy
you're
your
getting
coal.
cold this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy your black
trying to
rock.
eat the- yeah. But Ma!
If you sit on it long enough, maybe I'll turn into a diamond.
Yeah.
That'll clear out your stomach, right? It'll suck up all the.
I think, activated charcoal or whatever, same thing. It was that Leonardite or whatever that they sell as black water. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God. So it's for the most part, almost always a waste product of a lot of mining for chemicals and materials that are used in gardening and industrial agriculture, right? So leonardite is a type of phosphorus, and it's really good for plants. Anyway, so now they sell the runoff from that. It's kind of a light. If coal didn't get squeezed enough to be coal,
Yeah.
it turns into this stuff.
Okay.
But now they sell it. It's expensive water.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did they run it through, or did they just
I don't know, but it's a terrible idea.
like the salt?
Yeah.
They just,
Just enough to turn it brown. It's like, what
Wow.
the fuck? If you saw that and you were out like hiking, you're not gonna. Oh yeah, that's what I'm drinking.
Let me drink some
I'm
of that.
going straight for that, bro. It's like, no, you would not.
I always thought we could do filter. We did our town filter water, and we just go out in the woods and grab a bunch of moss and just pour the water through the moss. It's like naturally filtered. Oh man.
I mean, you can.
Yeah. Or there's that coffee that I think it's like it's not a lynx, but it's a lynx-like creature that eats the coffee.
like a lemur or something.
Yeah, and then it poops out the
yeah,
coffee
it's
beans.
supposed to be like
A servette, I think.
it's like
some a little
premium
bit.
coffee too. It's
Oh
really
my god.
expensive.
So dumb.
Yeah. Hey, I got some coffee that my dog passed.
Yeah, it's totally. It's just the sucker's born every minute, dude. No, and I don't know if that's the actual quote, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And I spend my money like an idiot. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. So
Yeah.
I'm not casting stones here.
Right.
But
You're
I
you're
don't-
passing them though, right?
yeah, well, and I don't buy water that has coal refuse in it on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I don't know if the camera can see this or not, but Charles got me a little Krampus figurine.
Krampus.
And he's I think it's Germany or it's
Yeah, it sounds like a German thing.
Sweden.
Not
I think
picking on the Germans
I think
again.
it's
Jesus.
either Germany or it's Sweden. One of the two. The Krampus is a thing, and he comes down and grabs all the naughty kids and like hauls them off and then eats them later.
No.
So
Yeah, geez, yeah. But cannibalism is always an extra step.
there was also like a thing
It's like,
where
is the boogeyman, does he eat you? Or does he just reach out and touch you and scare you?
Disappears you.
Right? Something like that.
Yeah.
But he started heading into cannibalism. Like,
There's
fuck,
a-
how bad's that kid?
there was a TV show called Grimm that had the holiday episode was all about Krampus. It was actually really cool when they talked about how these horrible kids were like disappearing. And the main character is like a detective in Portland, Oregon, and he was trying to figure out what was going on with all these missing kids. And then he sees the Krampus, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
Man, but they really were bad kids, so
Yeah.
maybe it's a wash.
It evens out, right?
Yeah, leave the mystical being that's just eating these bags of shit. Oh man,
I mean,
'Cause
if
bad
you-
adults come from somewhere. Just
It's
saying.
true.
If you weren't too terrible, you got a lump of coal from Santa. If you were truly terrible, you got taken by Krampus.
You got Krampus.
Yeah. Hardcore.
Nice. Well, geez, the early Puritans in New England actually frowned upon
It was
and
illegal.
even outlawed Christmas celebrations. Isn't that crazy? Because making merry, God doesn't like.
Well,
that.
the original the original celebration was more debaucherous than it is today.
Well, in the Bible never said anything about celebrating Christmas, so they were very strict Bible.
Yeah, they're a
purists.
Taliban style.
Yeah, so if it's not in the Bible, then you can't do it. And I think and I'm not picking on anybody. I think the Seventh Day Adventists are kind of like that too. Don't they?
It's much more literal in there.
The Worldwide Church of God is, and the Jehovah's Witnesses are like, no, we don't celebrate that because it has pagan roots to it, and we don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, and like the original holiday was Saturnalia was part of it, and then Norway had Yule, which is where we get the Christmas tree and stockings and shit.
Yeah, because the thought was in the early church that Jesus was originally thought to have been born on January 6th.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near the 25th, but Saturnalia was around the 25th.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
it was
why they sort of
and in that
adopted
documentary that I was talking about earlier, they said it was like springtime is when Jesus was probably born.
Yeah, another source was like the early church believed January 6th was the date, and I don't know. They have all their little scholars back then that tried to figure it out, but
Maybe that's why they picked that date to try to overthrow the government.
How many years of oral tradition before it was actually written down and then translated, and then translated, and then translated? So really hard to know.
Yeah, that's not my pay grade.
Yeah. And Mike does this every weekend. Caroling was originally done by drunkards at the pub.
That explains so much, man. It really does.
It really wasn't like families wandering around the neighborhoods, caroling.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the words.
It's probably the guys who are on their way home. It's time to go home.
Now I see soccer moms doing it. I'm stoked. Like soccer moms want to roam the neighborhood singing at people. God bless America.
There's bottles of Zinfandel and shit.
Anybody got in a caroler?
No, not in my neighborhood. No. But in downtown Renton, they do it. I've seen it.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, they do downtown. In fact, the last time I saw the carolers was when I was downtown. I went down there. Actually, I think it was a couple weeks ago when I was coming down here for this, and I went down to one of the shops, and they were right outside the door singing.
Are they professional? They all dressed up in costume?
They were they were bundled up.
Yeah,
so I don't know if they were costume, but they were
I've
bundled
seen like
up.
the Dickens carolers.
Yeah.
I think it's a brand of that.
Okay.
But which is a cool shtick, right? I
think we should start a new trend where we Gen X that trend where we walk around with boom boxes over our head.
Nice.
Playing
like
Christmas,
say anything.
God, yeah.
Playing Christmas music.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And the Dickens one should be like bleeding from the lungs through consumption and or just like air particulates,
Just have somebody in the background coughing bloody into a handkerchief and then keels over. Oh no, Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. Everyone. Oh man.
In that Spirited movie, it was like they were trying to remember the name. Was it Little Larry? Was it? And they couldn't remember. And the guy's like, no, it was Tiny Tim.
Wasn't it Jolly Tim?
No, it couldn't have been that. That's too fucking dorky.
It was Small Sam.
Minuscule Mark. Good one.
Stupid, but you put Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds in a movie together. It's
Right.
Really good. And then wrapping paper, a tradition that I remember never not knowing wrapping paper. Mom was always making us wrap our stuff for our siblings and stuff. But that was actually created by the Hallmark Company, which was a paper company back in the day. And they wanted to sell more paper. So they're like, hey, look at this colorful
This is
paper.
way better than what you were doing.
Way better than the shit you were doing. Wrap it in a cloth.
Yeah. Geez. And I guess, that's the thing, because they could print something on it and make it pretty.
Yeah.
Right? So,
You know what my mom did a couple
the
years
thinnest, shittiest paper of all time.
It really is, yeah.
when we were kids? Instead of getting wrapping paper because that shit was not cheap back then.
It's not cheap today.
Well, it's like a buck a roll now. You can get them at the dollar store, but still, my mom would take like the Sunday funnies and use that to wrap
No, I
up.
do that to this
Did
day.
that? Yeah, for years.
Depending if I'm sending it to
Birthdays.
somebody who's younger, or kids, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just going to tear that shit open.
Yeah.
But to this day, I'm a 53-year-old man who's not, I'm capable of doing some things and not capable of others. But one of the things I'm not capable of is wrapping something that doesn't look like a monkey did it.
That's how I wrap it.
It's just like
I'm with you, man.
tape. It's like if I was wearing mittens and was forced at gunpoint to wrap this fucking box.
After drinking a 40 of malt liquor.
I should take pictures of the gifts that I wrapped this year, and it looks just like a monkey had wrapped it. Because I didn't have like normal Scotch tape to wrap it with, so I was using packing tape.
Well, you gotta.
It's like two drunk monkeys fucking a football, right? Oh my god.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, jeez.
Right on.
Thanks, Hallmark.
Yeah, thanks, Hallmark. Appreciate that.
And now they just make weird movies.
And then we got to recycle it, right?
I thought you can't typically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was always told.
But it's like a one-use.
That it's mostly that type of paper is non-recyclable in our.
If it's got like
typical-
the foil and stuff in there,
other stuff.
Yeah, and all that ribbon and stuff. I mean, you can see the wife likes to do the Francis.
I just feed it to seagulls.
Along with some Alka-Seltzer.
Poor
Just kidding. Oh, you poor seagulls. Yeah, they're doing real bad.
Mine.
Oh, man, they're everywhere. I see those guys a lot.
Yeah.
And they're always just like... like, what do you got for me? Like they're bandits. Hold me up. Like, man, I don't even know you. Why are you
Hand it
shaking me
over.
down? Dude, I've never even fucking met you, Bird. Get the
Hand it
fuck-
over.
Get off me.
Well, shoot. Well, I thought it'd be fun, whatever. Right in the middle of the show to do what we do at the end for our bonus round and do a top 5. What do you guys think?
Oh, dude. All
All right, yeah.
This would be an extra top 5 holiday specials or movies, the ones that have touched your heart and have stood the test
I
of
think
time.
we know what number 1 is.
So who wants to kick us off? It could be either a Christmas movie, holiday movie, a Frosty, whatever. One of the half-hour Rankin Bass.
I have 3 of those on my list.
Nice.
No, absolutely. No.
So kick us off, Todd, with number 5.
I don't have a number 5. Holy crap. I only have 4
No,
here.
just pull one
Well,
out
the
of the
other
air.
Bacon
You know
and
what,
Bass movie that's not on your list right now because they're
Right.
great. Yeah.
You know what? I'm trying to remember. It's Frosty the Snowman.
Okay, well, that's my number 5, too.
To the Durante? I can't do a good. You know who does a good Durante is Mary Clymer.
No, really?
Frosty and the Snowman. But is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah.
I love that one.
The stop motion one, not the animated one.
Oh, I thought there was only animated.
No, there was a stop motion one first.
For Frosty?
Yeah.
Well, they do a little stop motion in the beginning, right? And then it comes into animation.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
been a while.
I haven't watched it in forever
You
either,
had
but
me
I'm
at
pretty sure he
Durante.
was. I'm pretty sure he was I could also be thinking of the Burl Ives Snowman too.
From
Yeah, but he's the narrator for
Santa Claus
and all that.
Or
yeah.
it's or
Rudolph.
it's Rudolph for sure. The one with
Yeah.
because Rudolph's the one with the Island of Misfit Toys,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the little blonde kid who reminds me of
Yeah.
Niles from Frasier.
Yeah, well, that's my number 5 too. Was Frosty. Not my favorite, but I do. They always did Rudolph and then Frosty.
Right,
Those
yeah.
was always the 2 they did, and just the magic hat and the little magician guy
Yeah.
and give me back my hat.
Oh my God, it's good. It's been years, and I remember seeing those a lot as a kid. Right, that was at least yearly.
You can buy those on DVD and Blu-ray now.
Yeah, I might have a mic if you want to borrow it.
Jeez, I don't have a thing
Nothing to play
Yeah,
DVDs?
no,
I have them on my Plex
Yeah.
server, and if you have like a TV that can do like internet
They
stuff.
got to be on one of the. It's either on. I can get that off of
They were
Amazon.
talking about
right?
that not being able to be streamed anywhere. So
yeah.
I think Paramount Plus
I
might
should
be
just have
doing it.
Plimer act it out. She's
Yeah.
the Durante of our generation.
Okay, well, if she does, you're going to need to record it.
All right.
If,
And we'll make
if
it a-
nothing else, I can get. I can if you have a smart TV, I can give you access to my Plex server. You can watch them.
I don't own a TV, smart or otherwise.
Well, you can
I've got
watch it on your
and
computer.
what's the
Then.
Amazon tablet? That's what I've got.
You can watch it on your tablet or your laptop.
right.
Then
There you go.
yeah.
Nice. Well, Mike, what would a number 5?
The one, what I don't even know what it's called, and I don't care. It's the one with the heat miser and freeze miser.
The
So,
year
and,
was
and these are all basically all number 1. These
Okay.
are all number
I know.
5 through
That's-
2,
it's
just
really
because they're
hard to-
so good.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Meisterburger? I
Yeah,
don't know.
no.
But I love them all. I love them.
I love the little Meisterburger robot toy that he has. The little dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one Mike's talking about is the year without Santa Claus. It's
Oh,
where he
yes.
has the flu and Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, it's so good. Has to go
Yeah.
around and it's talking to Mother Nature. That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who
yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't want to, she's not putting up with the boys and their
They're bull-
bad attitudes.
They're bullshit.
doing
Yeah.
it. We're not doing it. All right. Todd, what would a number 4 be for you?
Santa Claus is coming to town. The one with the Burgermeister. Yeah.
All right.
God bless. They're so good.
They are.
Yeah.
They really are. My number 4, I went with The Grinch for Mom, because that was Mom's favorite, and we always watched that together.
You're talking about the original.
Yeah, not the Jim Carrey
the
one.
animated one? Yeah.
Animated one, yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. God bless you, Mom.
Yes. Yeah. And that's that guy's name. And I'm imagining it's
Boris
not,
Karloff.
No, not Karloff in that one, but the guy who sings the song maybe is like Basil Ravenclaw or something. And
Oh yeah, that's the guy who does the voices at Disneyland.
oh man, it's just one of the coolest.
Yeah.
I assume a stage name.
He's
But,
the voiceover guy for the Haunted Mansion.
right on. Yeah, he's really neat. So yeah, I looked up his.
I don't remember his name, but I know who exactly you're talking about. Yeah.
No, that guy's neat. Yeah, Grinch is good stuff, and it's it's a good lesson here that somebody's
is.
heart
It's
can
a-
grow three
just
full
3
sizes. Yeah,
Bigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
3 times the size.
What about you, Mike? What would a number 4 look like?
Well, I'm gonna just go with Jimmy Stewart being Jimmy Stewart. Did I know?
No, that's
All right.
good.
Yeah,
That's
because it's good stuff.
That's my number 2.
Yeah. I have no beef with Frank Capra.
No.
Right? He's like is he the Michael Mann of his time?
I think
You know?
so. He had some, even in that movie, had some incredible cinematography.
Yeah, I don't think he's a hack by any means. dude. I like
no.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that is it did not do well when it first came out. And it wasn't until years later when it found sort of that secondary market as a Christmas movie.
Oh, geez.
And now it's like
Yeah.
gotta have it. And then, of course, we talked about, Charles Dickens being parodied over time. That thing has been
Oh,
parodied.
Yeah, because it is. It's just the whole package.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
And Stewart's believable no matter what he's doing. So he does.
Oh,
he does
Jimmy
pretty well.
Stewart is- yeah.
Yeah. Who's the wife in that?
Oh, it was Mary, not Mary, but that's her character name. But
Yeah.
God, she's a super attractive young lady.
Cher. She was only 29 at the time.
Yeah. 1946 when that came out, right?
Just kidding, Cher. Please come on the program.
That's never gonna happen.
Well,
It's much as I
now with
would.
that attitude, young
Much as I would
man.
like to hear that.
Oh my
awesome.
God! Hang on, it was
I'd play Sharon
Donna
Big Mouth.
Reed.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, cool.
Love me some Donna Reed.
No, it does a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a good one.
It really
I
is.
gotta
Yeah.
be.
Well, Todd, what would a number 4 be for you?
My number 4, and we already
Did we do that? Or
Yeah,
number?
my number 3 is, I mentioned it earlier, is the History Channel's Christmas Unwrapped.
Oh.
It's like a 45-minute documentary, and it kind of gives like the abridged version of what we're going to be talking about tonight, which is really cool. I pretty much watch it every year just because
Jeez.
it's one of those things.
Nice. Well, my number 3, and we talked about this a little bit ago, but the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Sure. No, that's a good one.
Just great. The little Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah, and them just all singing.
singing around it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we even watched that ad like in grade school or something. Like they played
Oh,
that
in school.
Yeah.
when they wheeled out the big
yeah,
ass
yeah,
TV
just
on
to
the
shut us
cart.
up for 30 minutes. little monsters.
You're almost out of here.
Yeah.
2 weeks without you.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Back when teachers smoked, right? So they were stressed all day, not being able to smoke when they wanted to.
Is that
so
why
they finally did. It's like,
Is that why the teachers sound like a jazz trombone? Is because they were smoking all the time?
yeah. It's cool. I like that because that's actually kind of deep, right? Because that means the kids do have their own language, right?
Right.
So I don't want to read too much into fucking peanuts over here.
Right.
But I think that's a neat approach.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, really is. Mike, what would a number 3
geez.
look like for you?
I don't know. I always try to think of some non-conventional film, like Conan the Barbarian is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard.
Yeah, I guess Die Hard
What's
is a
the
good
new one?
movie.
The Batman Returns?
Batman Returns, yeah.
But
With Catwoman and,
Oh, like the Michelle Pfeiffer years?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Danny
geez.
DeVito, all that.
That is a Christmas movie. I don't know.
It takes place during Christmas time, yeah.
Ah, geez.
Yeah, the tree lighting ceremony and everything.
I haven't watched those since they came out. I should revisit
I just
all that.
rewatched a bunch of these movies like last week. You know.
Yeah, I'm not always on board with Tim Burton, which I know puts me in the minority.
I pretty much like everything he's done. I haven't seen every single one of his movies,
Yeah.
but the ones I've seen I've all enjoyed. So
I always thought he was kind of a odd choice for, because I always wanted the Batman films to be more action than that kind of
Dark
aesthetic or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. People love him.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him since the 80s, so I really shouldn't comment at all.
That and Michael Keaton's choice, him as a choice as Batman. You're like, what? But I mean, it all worked.
Yeah.
So.
And he was the reason why a lot of people went and saw The Flash, because he was back playing Batman again.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
And that whole sequence when he's like, he hasn't shaved or cut his hair in like months or even years, and he's like in the kitchen kicking this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, I guess George Clooney was asked during his press junkets recently, because he just came out with The Boys in the Boat, if he would ever consider going back and playing Batman, and he said there's not enough drugs in the
Nice.
Well, I mean,
world to get him back out there.
he
man.
technically did reprise his role as Bruce Wayne. So, I mean, he kind of did that. At the end of The Flash, when the Flash goes home,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he did. All
he
right.
gets a call from Bruce. He's like, yeah, I'm right outside. I'll meet you out front. And he goes up and he's like, you're not my Bruce.
Nice. Well, Todd, what would a dose look like for you?
Another Rankin Bass. The Year Without Santa Claus, which is one we already talked about. You know, the Heat Miser and Snow Miser and all that.
Yeah, no, I love it.
The sick reindeer with the socks over its ears to make it look like a puppy. You know.
I mean, yeah. So they sat down and wrote this out, right? And I mean, that's stop motion. That's not. That's a labor of love.
This is like 20 years before they ever created the Thundercats. So same people, same company.
No,
it is. Rankin Bass did the Thundercats.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Thundercats. Geez, can I choose Thundercats Christmas?
Did they have one?
I don't think.
Chitara.
Man.
Last year I did see someone dressed up as Chitara at SummerCon. So that was
That's cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, we talked about my number 2, It's a Wonderful Life. I try to watch it once a year, but I don't always do. I haven't watched it yet this year.
I haven't seen that in forever. I think the last time I remember watching that was at my grandmother's house back in the 80s or early 90s.
Yeah, I just love the fact that this guy was like, had no idea that he was actually a genuinely good person down deep, and then it was pointed out to him, and you know, that kind
I think
of thing.
the people that aren't aware that people think or see them that way are the ones who are truly like good people. The people who believe they're a good person, generally speaking, most of the time anyway, are not. You know, think, I'm a good person. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong. Those, you know.
Oh, sure.
Narcissistic
Well, we
people.
changed the story so that we're the hero.
Yeah.
Right. That's just.
Looking at you, Mother Teresa.
I heard she hit kids with sticks.
She has taken a lot of criticism.
Yeah, but I
Has
don't
she
know.
really?
Kids are. I've said this many times.
Well, wasn't she a Catholic lady too? And wasn't she like a Catholic nun?
Super duper, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
also like, I don't know. And I'm sure she didn't single-handedly save 1 million lepers.
No.
right?
But she had her.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I don't know what you
ain't
call
easy.
it, but the thought process was is that she should have called in more. I think the criticism is she didn't know enough and should have called in more professionals or
How
something.
about that?
I
No,
don't
it's,
know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I mean,
she's all
she ran into some of the poorest communities in the world and took
Yeah.
care of people. It's like hard to like.
be totally pissed
Bitch.
about it. Yeah. Jacques Cousteau had a diesel-powered boat. It's like, fuck off.
He should have used solar power.
Yeah, oh my God. Remember when, completely off topic.
Yeah, that's all right.
Jacques Cousteau, because I was a member of the Cousteau Society, invented amongst scuba gear, right, as one of his like simple inventions, but also this kind of turbo sail. He invented a new type of sail for those larger ships, like tankers and stuff like that, like big ass ships. So instead of having a mast with a big billowing thing, it was basically a turbine. And you've seen them for yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it just uses it's got an open slot. And the wind hits it, and it turns the crankshaft, blah, 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 blah,
Okay,
blah. Yeah,
so
you
it just
gear down.
propels the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
okay.
Or adds it to a gyroscope or some shit.
Okay.
Right? But,
God, I would think that you would also be able to harness some of the if you had a turbine in there. But I guess I don't know how big the ship would have to be to actually change and store that energy in batteries for electrical. That might be.
but remember, all ships also have ballast, so it's a matter
that's
of where
true.
you can put those
That's
batteries.
true. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was actually talking to someone just yesterday about apparently Tesla has a semi truck that they've made. It's electric. And
It seems inevitable.
It goes,
It's inevitable.
It
Yeah.
goes 500 miles on a single charge.
Yeah. But then the question is, how long does it take to recharge?
30
I think
minutes.
That's pretty impressive. Oh, yeah, no, you can go get
30
2 lounge
minutes.
lizards in 30 minutes. 2 lounge lizards and order churros. You're fucking stoked, dude. Sign
take
me up. Where's the shop
nachos.
available?
Yeah, that's
And get a shower.
that's what they call getting an in and out, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, not
that's
spilling
and
any
I thought-
corporate secrets here, but PACCAR's working on. They actually
Right on.
have some
Yeah, no,
electric.
it's absolutely
trucks and
inevitable.
stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's that much closer to automation. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
and
the goal.
self-driving.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You know it's coming. I think we're a
Oh,
little
dude.
premature on such a thing, but it's
Sure.
coming.
Yeah.
After watching that movie, I don't know if I ever want to see any self-driving cars ever again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what is Todd talking about? Well, tonight is our very first
Yes.
our take, where we're going to review a movie that we all watched, and it's going to be in bonus content both on Patreon
Bonus,
and in our
bonus.
members only section. So check that out. We're doing "Leave the World Behind."
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke and Mahershala
yeah.
Ali.
Ali, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I like.
Small cast. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he? I'm doing a bunch of no names, but
Well, it's just not a lot
no,
of people.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say one of the things I like about us being on Patreon is we can share the link to that episode and you can click on it, but then you have to join to be able to see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, on. All right, Mike, what would your number a dose be?
My number 2 just recently is the Star Wars, the non-Lucas, but still, there's 2 versions of this.
Yeah.
So my number 2 is the old version, the 1978 version.
Okay.
That's my number 2.
Okay.
All right.
The CBS.
The CBS, whatever
The
that
one
was.
that we parodied.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you guys seen
That's number
the
2.
the Lego Star Wars holiday special that's on Disney Plus?
Yes.
No, is it great?
It's cute.
It's
All right.
cute.
It's
yeah.
cute. I mean, I wouldn't say it's fantastic. Oh my God, you need to go see it right now. But it's cute.
It's fun.
yeah.
Ray goes between time and all the different movies, all the different trilogies, and all
Oh,
that
geez,
stuff. So
yeah.
it's kind of fun. That
Is
and
it
the
Daisy
Emperor.
Ridley?
I don't know who voices those.
I think only like 3 people actually did their voices. Everybody else is like done by someone who can match their voice.
Okay.
Which, that's fine.
Yeah. Todd,
Yes?
numero uno.
It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
that's
Gosh,
my
there
number
you go.
one.
Right. I know it's great stuff.
Your number 1 too, Mike.
No, my number 1 is the Our Town podcast
Yes.
radio parody
Thank
of
you.
the Star Wars holiday
Thank
special.
Now, when you spell out parody, is it PAH? Parody.
Parody. I think
you know,
it is
I-
from now on. It is.
In the last 3 or 4 days, I did see a video online of somebody restoring the puppet from that Rudolph special.
Oh, geez.
Yes, that's been.
Yeah.
Do you guys know about that
No.
history of that?
No.
So after they filmed some of these with Rudolph and stuff, which I think is just a funny movie. I mean, it's just got so much stuff like Hermie the dentist and all that. It's just Hermie wants to be a dentist. They're not toys, but I guess puppets. The
Well, I mean, they're stop motion puppets, and then they're made. He was made of wood and wool.
Sure.
Yeah, so they were hanging around the Bass Rakin offices for years, and finally, like a secretary said, "Hey, can I take these home to decorate my house?" I'm like, yeah, just fucking take them.
Oh, my God.
So she got them home, and she used them as holiday decorations for years, right? And then they ended up in like an attic, and they like got deteriorated because I think, as Todd mentioned, they were like wool, so they got like the moths and stuff. And then somebody went on a hunt for them, trying to find them, and they tracked them down.
They restored Rudolph and Santa Claus, the video I saw, and they basically they try to keep it as original as possible. The only thing they changed out was the light for the nose, because it was just a what was it? God, I can't even tell you what kind of light it was. It was just straight wires from the nose all the way to the backside of it, and
kept zapping the children.
It legit was like burning around the edges of where the contacts to the wires came in.
Sure.
So they fixed all that, and they replaced it with an LED light. And
nice.
So it's
and they're in a Christmas museum or something now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I thank God Christmas has a museum.
Yeah, well, the war on Christmas has taken its toll.
Yes.
I mean, the war on Christmas was started by the Puritans, as you know.
Yeah, I mean, they were the first. You want to blame somebody?
Yeah.
Well,
they fired the first shot.
The early Republicans, man.
Oh, man.
Jeez. Well, that was our extra top 5 of the night holiday specials or movies. If you want to check out all of our top 5s, go to Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna have
members only.
More stuff over there. So
we're gonna do another one tonight after the show.
You're gonna want to see my list, folks.
And this one is top 5 sitcom families I'd love to spend Christmas with.
And that's for next week?
No, that's for tonight.
That's tonight. That's the bonus.
Yeah.
Do the Herculoids
Wait a
count?
minute.
The Herculoids.
The cartoon, like part of the Hanna-Barbera family.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember them. What was the barbarian dude?
Thundar.
And is that the same guy that did the 2 shows?
Wait, what?
I don't know. Thundar and the Hercules. Remember the Herculoids? I'm not making
Those are
that up.
separate shows. Yeah.
No, I know they're separate, but was it the same company
studio or whatever?
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
So you changed the top 5 completely. I thought it was the same top 5. Okay. I have a different top 5 then.
Yeah, there's an update.
Yeah, I sent the updated one because I had the same holiday special on both. So the new one had the replacement, which was the top sitcom families. Yeah, so it would have been the second one I sent. Updated list. But guys, according to a Yahoo YouGov poll, when presented with a list of 10 favorites for the Yuletide season about these specials, respondents named Home Alone at 34% as their favorite holiday special.
Oh, jeez.
Or movie. Christmas Story came in a close second at 33%, and A Charlie Brown Christmas came in at 32%. So top 3 were really close, right?
Yeah, and that's 1 out of 3 human beings. Now, or are these just America? Where is this? America, I assume?
Yeah, I would assume so, yeah.
Southern Sudan.
Yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer got 29%, Elf got 26%, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Cousin Eddie got 25%.
Jeez.
It's a Wonderful Life 24%, The Santa Claus, which I guess is the Tim Allen stuff, 24%, The Old Miracle on 34th Street, which I don't think I've ever actually seen.
That's one of my favorites. Actually, that's
really?
in my top. That was in my top 5. That one I
got 21%, and then Die Hard came in at 14%. So,
which I haven't seen in years.
Die Hard.
Yeah, that's the same director as First Predator and.
Oh yeah. We talked about him last week, didn't we?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he's a good director.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the actiony stuff.
Pretty actiony
Yeah,
stuff.
geez, I kind of forgot all about Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, the Santa Claus goes to court, right? 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, to prove that, the Christmas spirit really exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been, I can't remember the name of that actor, but.
Oh, that played Santa?
Yeah.
God, was that
Angela Lansbury, I think is.
Burl Ives as Angela Lansbury as Santa Claus.
Burl Ives. No. Remember Burl Ives, named names when the anti-American committee.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And I think just made some shit. He's like, and that guy.
I don't even work in the industry.
Yeah. So
he's delivering water.
Yeah.
I saw him talking to a commie.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
But but we all love Cat on a Hot Tin Roof or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and that's Burl Ives.
Yeah.
So
Well, as much joking as there has been about Mariah Carey's Christmas album that came out in '94, her song "All I Want for Christmas Is You" has reached #1 for the 5th holiday season in a row.
Wow.
So just the past 5 years, she's hit #1 again, making tons of money.
but #1, what? Requested?
No, #1 on the Billboard Top 100.
Geez. So does that mean units sold somehow?
Yeah, and
All right.
I think they do units sold and they do plays somehow. I don't know how they must get the streaming services and the radio.
mall satellite
Yeah,
feeds.
Jesus, yeah.
I didn't know that album. So that album with that song is from 1994.
Yes, and
Jeez.
she's got 5 years in a row of #1 making money. And there's a dude that sues her every year.
Oh, good.
And I don't know if it's for that song because it has similarities to one that he wrote. And it might not be that song. I'm trying to remember. I think it is because that's the one that. But he's if you saw him, you'd be like, what? He's got like crazy tall hair. And the songs are kind of similar. They have the same All I Want for Christmas Is You, but it's different. So every year he files another lawsuit and tries to get a couple $1 million from her.
Oh, geez. Well, she could just kick that.
I just think she should be like, here's 20 grand. Will you go away?
You just stop.
Yeah.
Sign this. Yeah, sign this form.
Just stop. So rocking around the Christmas tree, Brenda Lee dipped to #2
Oh, poor Brenda Lee.
because of Mariah Carey. But she became the oldest person to lead the chart at 78 years old.
Wow.
So, and it extended because when it was #1, she turned 79. So she was
geez.
the oldest at 78. Now she's the oldest at 79.
No, that's planning it out. Good job, Brenda Lee. That's chess.
Yeah, and if you can make it
playing checkers over
another
here.
year, you
Yeah.
get to 81. Jeez,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
fucking exponential, right? Mike, are you looking for more work? Because
Wow,
there is
yeah.
a shortage of mall Santas this year. It's second year in a
geez.
row.
Wow.
The demand to see him is up 20%. I think that's because everybody is, Instagram crazy. They want to get look, we went and saw Santa Claus on the thing. And we did that every year when the kids were little.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, nobody wants to go see it. Me.
As Santa
I mean,
Claus?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
so
could
that's not a
like
thing.
dye the hair a lot more white.
Yeah, and then just put on a pillow under your shirt or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Take off the girdle.
Goidel. For my goita.
Goidel.
Yeah.
Goidel.
Retailers think that the shortage may have been due to COVID and everybody,
Yeah, I would
so
say,
long.
You don't want a bunch of
couldn't do
Petri
it.
dishes being thrown on your lap all day long. Here's your $9 for working things.
and
And
you
a
got a wet
Cinnabon
spot
coupon.
right
Yeah.
there. That's right. You get Cinnabon for lunch or an Orange Julius.
Yeah.
You take the choice. Which
Yeah.
one do you want tonight?
That's kind of a positive Sophie's Choice. There's Sophie's Choice
really is.
involved delicious Americana. It's like, oh yeah, Cinnabon's fucking good, man.
It really is.
I mean, it's dumb, but
It really
it's good. And
Yeah.
Orange Julius is, I mean, if,
I haven't
if
had
they
an
were-
Orange
no,
Julius
not in
in
decades.
Decades,
Yeah.
man.
I actually learned how to make Orange Julius
Yeah.
With or without an egg.
without.
Right on.
I don't think they put egg in there.
Not anymore. They don't. It's like there's this. They
don't think they ever did.
Salmonella. Oh, no, they did when I was a kid for sure.
Back in
And
the
egg
80s.
creams. Yeah, I remember egg cream
egg
also.
creams were great.
Yeah, but they're like, no, you'll get the diarrhea. Fuck.
Well, I think I asked them how to make one at home. They told me how to do it. This is back in the mid '90s. They told me, so they must have changed the formula before then.
Yeah. Well, the little thing called E. coli wiped out a
Yeah,
bunch of
that's
kids.
a thing.
so-
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, E. coli was awful. Yeah.
horrible.
I don't know if you can get E. coli from eggs. Maybe.
I don't know.
Hey, if you eat raw eggs, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I'm not buff. You know?
Like
Oh, the
Stallone.
Rocky Balboa. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, you could not pay me. Well, you could pay me enough, but you could not pay me enough to take a part-time job as a mall Santa.
Yeah.
I just oh my god.
Yeah. And what are they making? Is that minimum wage?
I'm sure
it's
it's
more than likely going to be minimum wage.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe
What's-
10, 12 bucks an
Yeah,
hour or something.
yeah.
But
And-
Actually,
Yeah,
if you're in the Seattle area, it's going to be $15.
Yeah.
so.
Still, that it's not enough.
Yeah. You know, having kids who smell like they just shot themselves or they pee on you while they're sitting on your lap kind of thing, yeah.
now Todd and I did at the Odd Mall have our picture taken with Krampus, which I'll post right here.
Ding.
And then, but that was fun.
Right on.
I would do that all day long.
Yeah. There's the Tacoma Krampus is doing something, I think, this weekend.
Yeah, they've been doing stuff every weekend, right?
Yeah.
Like down at the outlet mall and stuff.
Down at Kent, the comic shop down in Kent, the something exchange. I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh, Retro Emporium?
That's the place.
Oh, yeah, I like those guys. They carried our game for a while, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, got to get back down there and sweet talk them into
Where
doing
is
it.
that located? Retro?
I think
downtown,
it's
isn't it?
Right, downtown Kent, right in that the
Maker or
cool
something?
area.
Oh,
the-
The shopping-
their
the shopping
landing
mall?
or whatever. The
I don't think they're in the shopping mall,
Yeah.
but down by there.
Yeah, down by the theater and everything.
Yeah.
because that's Kent. What's the
Commons.
name?
I don't know.
Commons.
The Kent Commons.
Yeah.
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 There used to be a building called the Kent Commons, like Mother's Park in Renton.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Marvel, we're going to switch a little bit just because this was kind of major news, but no pun intended. Jonathan Majors was found guilty of assault, and
Been
Marvel
fired.
has dropped him.
Yep.
I read a lot about the case, and I really thought he had a chance to, just from what I've read.
But then there was video.
Was there video of it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
There's video.
Yeah, it's a sucky situation. Two people that probably were not good for each other.
Very toxic relationship.
that's
I mean,
what
the
it sounds
video
like.
shows them like punching each other.
Oh, geez.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
That's
so-
he's a big dude. That
Yeah.
sucks. That's not a fair fight.
No, and I liked him in Creed. I liked him as the guy in Loki.
Yes.
It wasn't Kang.
Yeah, he
it
was
a
Kang.
variant.
Still Kang,
A variant.
yeah.
of
He was
Kang,
King. He was also King.
Yeah, I did, but Loki wrapped it up, so they didn't really need him anymore.
They didn't need him
so
anymore.
that was whoever wrote that. Well done, because you just saved Marvel a bunch of money, dude.
Yeah. But he showed up in what? Was it Ant-Man?
Quantumania, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the Conqueror. He was King the Conqueror.
So they'll have to. Somebody suggested they just switch to Doctor Doom.
Yeah, that's kind of the word on the street.
Someone
right
said they should get Terrence Howard to take place.
and there's no reason that,
Yeah,
that
that'd be
Kang,
good.
because it isn't. I mean, they could still use him because there's a infinite.
Yes.
He doesn't have to look like Jonathan
He doesn't
Majors.
have
He can
to.
look like anybody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's like
the variants.
because he's a in some timelines he's a direct lineage of the Fantastic Four boss, Reed Richards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like he can look like anything. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Although
Somebody
I
also
thought-
suggested Will Smith.
I saw that. It's like, I would much rather see Terrence Howard do it than.
Would Terrence go back to a Marvel movie though?
No,
I
because
think-
he was the original. Yes, he was.
He was Rhodey, yeah.
Rhodes, yeah.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
is he might not do it, but if Marvel was to offer him enough money, I would imagine he'd probably say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it could be anybody. And that's a shame because people
really
shouldn't
is.
beat on their loved ones,
They
right?
could, they could be like, hey, this is a better role for you anyway.
Yeah, but that just also means he threw away That would have been 3 movies, right? That's $50 million, $60 million. You know what I mean? Just because he got pissed and didn't know how to control anger,
money,
right?
Right.
Yeah,
Multiple lifetimes of money.
Yeah, I guess depending on how you're living.
Yeah, true.
I'd love to take that challenge.
Bring it my way. We'll do some
It's a
Brewster's
shame.
Millions.
It's a shame. And anger is a thing, man. And anger is one of the few emotions that men can be celebrated for expressing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like we get cheered on for it, right? So
That's
anger
true.
and violence. So it's
and it's that it's that
difficult struggle.
machismo and all that stuff. Yeah, it plays a part, right?
It is. And it's a human capability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's alive, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there was, she went to his house and slept in a closet, and I mean, it was a bizarre tale, right? It was just a weird story, and that's why I was kind of like, well, it could go either way. But as Todd's saying, if they had video of some stuff, then
they have video of them running around and slapping on each other.
no, geez, yeah,
Bummer. Because that dude's he's yoked.
yes, he is.
So.
Well, here I read a funny article. Everybody talks about Home Alone and the house that Kevin the McAllisters had, and how much that thing and what the dad would have done for work to be able to afford a house like that and that kind of stuff. But one that's been coming up is the groceries, right? Because you always see him carrying 6 bags of groceries before they break on the sidewalk when he's walking home with the groceries, and that's the scene. And
Is that Kevin's carrying them?
yeah, because he goes to the grocery store. Well, he buys a bunch of stuff: toilet paper, frozen dinners. Didn't he buy some Army men?
Yeah,
and a bunch of other stuff. He spent $19.83. Told the lady to keep the change, and that was 1990.
What
right?
a nice kid.
So somebody's actually done the work and figured out what the cost of those items would be today, including tax. In 2023, it'd be $61.41.
Yeah,
but
3 times in what amount
in
of time?
30 years. So it's not
33 years.
Yeah.
Well, fuck,
I mean, that's
don't know.
not that bad, right? The surprising
100%.
thing is that last
That's
year
10% a
you
year.
could have bought all that stuff for $39.35. So it went from $39.35 to $61.41
in a year.
in the year. That's what I found surprising.
Yeah, well, 20. That's an extra 50%.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot.
I mean,
I do grocery shit. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
It
come out.
ain't
I go $150. I just spent $150.
I got 2 bags of groceries.
Yeah. What the fuck just
What the
happened?
hell, yeah.
My cats are like.
Or when you go to Costco and you buy 4 items and you spend $200.
Yeah, and you have the remainder of those 4 items for 13 years.
Wow,
I'm still digging through the same Costco fucking olives and shit. Fucking.
Well, I think the most expensive thing I've bought at Costco in the last year and a half has probably been the thing of toilet paper. It's $20 for the package of TP that lasts me 6 months.
It takes me a half the 2-car garage. Yeah. It's I don't have room to put stuff like that. I really don't.
Are you guys going to now?
Not really.
No?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, some, but
No garage.
But then what about the garage being converted into a mother-in-law? So that'll be that's the
Gotcha. Interesting.
Sorry, I mean, I guess I could just be a dick.
I'm storing my TP here.
That's where my butt wipe goes.
My butt wipe collection.
Don't touch it.
I'm keeping a tally.
I licked every single roll. Do not touch it.
Man.
Oh, man.
Jeez, I don't know, but I think yeah, we'll see. Because I got to find a place for my tools. Actually,
Oh, man.
Tool.
Do you got enough room to build a shed or anything?
kinda. I'm gonna do a nice. Have you guys been to Lucky Liquor? Because they have the really great smoking section that's covered.
Okay.
And they did a great job with it.
So like a lean-to or something?
Yeah, but it's really nicely done. And so it's got seats. They also use epee, really expensive wood
Oh, wow.
for the seating and shit. I'm like, y'all are nuts. That's way extra.
Yeah.
But it's a nice touch. But just the design of it is sturdy. It's fine. And then I would just block off the far end of it so that it looks finished. And then on the flip side of that would be the tool room or whatever.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Right on. And where's the new place going to be?
Talbot Hill.
Yeah, don't tell us because your stalkers will be.
Oh, yeah.
camping
It's a
on the
steep
foot.
hill. The stalkers don't bother with hills. I'm assuming they're walking. My stalkers walk.
Are you up by the school?
Pretty close, yeah. Within a few blocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Talbot Hill Tigers. Jupiter Tiger.
You'll be closer to us anyway.
Oh, that hill.
Yeah,
Okay, the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
goes up to
yeah.
Fred Meyer, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I was just over there the other day.
Yeah, that hill's steep.
Before I went over to your house to watch the first 30 minutes or whatever of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Talbot Hill.
Yeah.
It's where we bought that first house.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Down on that bottom.
Down that
of it.
street, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that's where Bailey's moving into. They're going to move in there in
into that same
February?
house?
In that same
Geez,
house.
right on. That's a cool house.
Next February.
Yeah.
So you'll be neighbors.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and famously, like a lot of hazelnut bushes up there because there are a lot of the Italians,
Oh,
a lot of
right.
Italian plums, and
Yeah.
a lot of hazelnuts.
Yeah.
So,
Italian.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you got the playfield too. You can walk your cats over there.
yeah. No, I've gone, my door has a sign that says, "Don't let the cops in or the cats out." Because that's just good advice.
That really is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I got for our Christmas. Do you guys have any sharing is caring? Anything you guys have come across this past week since we've seen each other last? Any new stuff?
Geez, well, we were talking about tennis, so
Yeah.
and I'm still continuing down that path.
I got the first season
right on.
because
I'm
I had a
enjoying
lot
it.
of driving to do.
Yeah, I think it's good storytelling. I'm going to look into the rest of their programs, and one of them
Yeah.
wrote a novel as well.
They
So
keep mentioning a couple
Yeah.
of other shows.
yeah,
so-
Rabbits and the Black Tapes.
Yes.
So, and I have not gone to, and I think it's tennispodcast.com.
No, I
but I haven't gone. So,
Yeah.
unless that's just part of their fiction,
Yeah.
right?
it
So
could
maybe
be.
because they say that they've got written stuff and other documents and shit on their
where you
website,
can
but
see the stuff, yeah,
But
that-
maybe that's just part of the fiction for all I know. That's great. They've been painting a pretty cool world that blends actual people and events in with this
mythos that they're
it's neat.
Yeah, and I do like the fact that they're bringing up a lot of local areas for us, you know, Seattle areas, because it takes place here. And I'm like, I want to go out in the woods and try to find this friggin' mysterious place. But I know it's just and then the town. Have you got to that point where the town that the industrialists built?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some kids disappeared and some
it's
came
just
back.
weird because there's so many weird little tributaries that they take in the storytelling and you don't know. But did you finish the first season?
Yeah.
It was fascinating the way they tied that narrative and I thought it was actually a female person.
Yes, I thought it was the lady who disappeared in like 85 or whatever.
Yes.
83, whenever she disappeared.
Right.
That's why I thought that.
I was like,
no, my jaw dropped open.
I did too. I was like, that's some brilliant storytelling right there.
Yes.
I haven't started watching or listening to it. So.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it.
No, we won't spoil it.
But that was a neat what moment. I really enjoyed that.
Because I had no idea, but I would have stuck around for the threesome if I had been Nick. But
Yeah, no, it's great, man. And the dude just busts his balls. It's so good. He's all, so you want me to defend you from a threesome?
Oh, my.
Yeah, he's like, well, I would have said it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but I don't know. I mean, of course, in my mind's eye, I'm like, well, first you do this, and then you do that.
Then you get the hell out.
Yeah.
He did say that the two strong, capable
the
young
Goonie
men
dudes,
came in too, but I'm like, well, let's see where this is going.
Yeah, the night is young, boys. Oh, man.
Jeez.
Well, what I rewatched again a couple nights back is this movie here, Violent Night.
That's a good
Nice.
night. Yeah.
It's a fantastic Christmas movie, and
All right.
it's an action film. You find out that Santa Claus was originally a berserker. He was like a Viking that killed lots of people, and he reformed and became Santa Claus, and this he is taking a break from delivering presents to ungrateful kids and whatever else, and he's at a bar, and then he goes on to the next house. The next house happens to be this really nice mansion, and it's owned by this rich old lady who's played by Beverly D'Angelo, and she's
With their spoiled children.
spoiled kids, and
And adult children.
adult children, but they definitely act like children.
I love you the most, Mom. Keep me at the top of the will.
Yeah,
kind of
nice.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is a fun.
It's a
good
great movie.
Alright.
It's-
And
Is
it's
it
got
David
Hopper,
David
yeah.
Harbour, right?
Yeah, no, he
does a great
he'll always
job.
be Sheriff Hopper to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always going to be. But yeah, and season 4 for Stranger Things is coming out like next year, like
I
early
thought they
next
hadn't
year.
started shooting. Didn't we just talk
Or maybe,
about that?
maybe.
Yeah, they start shooting in January. I think
Oh,
they
that's
said.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Which,
Okay.
and I have no idea what their shooting schedule would be. Right.
well,
'Cause
no-
well, shooting and then all the post and
Gotta
a show
take
like
some
that. is
time.
like,
It's going to take a couple of years at least.
something.
Yeah.
But
Yes. Stranger Things.
That was
the retirement years.
that was the number one on my other top 5 was that movie.
Geez, right on.
all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
And is that with John Leguizamo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe I'll tune in. And what's the one that's not necessarily a Christmas movie, but I don't know that because I haven't seen it, where the Danish dude is stabbing Nazis in the head?
Oh, the Sisu.
Sisu.
You've got to watch that.
All right,
That
yeah,
is
I've not seen-
brilliant.
That's it.
It's like
SISU.
if Rambo was in World War II and was a Norwegian dude fucking up Nazis,
Yeah.
is
Oh,
exactly
dude.
what it is. It's
Okay.
great. It's
Because that's the one clip I've seen where he finally just gets fed up and goes,
yeah.
and the dude's like, oh.
And he keeps getting wounded and all that stuff. But I mean, this is really, somebody described it as is not Tarantino, but if Tarantino watched a movie to get inspired, this
Yeah.
is what it would be.
Jeez.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that is really good description of
Nice.
what it is, because there's no real Tarantinoisms in it, but it's hyper violent.
Yeah.
It's just fun. You're laughing because the evil Nazis are getting their
Yes.
asses handed to them
Yes.
and all that stuff. So yeah, go watch Sisu if you haven't. That's great.
It'll be my new Christmas tradition.
There you go.
'Cause nothing says holiday season
Like dead
and God
Nazis.
bless America, like dead Nazis.
Yeah.
Blown to bits.
Especially when
Bye-bye.
there's a landmine tossed and hits.
yeah. That's the best way to get them to biodegrade quickly. It's a mulching.
It's a
mulching
Nazi
process.
mist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I'll have to say, I'm not going to tell you how he dies, but Leguizamo's character dies in the most epic way possible. So you definitely have to
Nice.
watch that. While
I sure like that guy. He's a triple threat. That
Yeah.
guy can do everything. He's really a talented guy.
Really is.
I saw a post yesterday that was attributed to him, and I fully believe he actually said this. Is like Latinos from Trump is like saying rats for Orkin or whatever it was, like rat poison.
Yeah. Red Rats for Strychnine or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, he's not wrong. And, we didn't talk about, I know, should we just wait till next week? But at the Colorado State Supreme Court saying
Oh,
Yeah.
the amendment applies, the 14th Amendment applies.
It'll really depend on what the Supreme Court does.
Yeah,
if
I
they
don't
take
know, man.
If they don't take it
Yeah.
up, then
that
it
stands.
stands.
Yeah.
All right. But if they take it up, then they can set a schedule. And my understanding is if they decide to take it up, that he can stay on the ballot through
better stay
January
on
of
it.
2024. So it's basically giving him a stay.
As I understand it, it's because of what his judges did for Roe v. Wade is why they're like, yeah, no, we're because it's allowing the states to decide by themselves, not being intervened by the federal government. Maybe I heard that wrong, but
like their states' rights kind of thing.
yeah,
But,
like it's because
yeah, I don't-
because he had that done to Roe v. Wade. Now they're using the same. I don't know what the right word would be. Just the same laws or whatever to say that no, you can't do that because we say no.
Well, I know Gorsuch handed down a not a decision, but
opinion.
opinion, a brief, whatever, at the end. And then I think what Todd's alluding to is it was, hey, the states get to decide this
Yeah.
election stuff,
Sure.
right? So they could just come back and say, nope, we're not touching it because it's a states' rights issue.
Yeah.
But that opens it up for every other state to kick his ass off the ballot, which would be friggin' phenomenal.
amazing.
Because there's like 4 or 5 other states right now that actually have a case
Yeah.
going, right?
I don't know. And there's been a lot of even the originalists are like, no, he really did commit an insurrection.
Yeah.
It's like, he really did.
Yeah.
And,
but somebody
so
like
this really
Clarence
does
Thomas
apply.
can come back and say, well, he hasn't been convicted of anything. You can't make that judgment until he's convicted.
Yeah, I
but-
don't know. I don't think that insurrection is necessarily and he's still he's under an indictment for it.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
that's,
I don't know.
I don't know.
They said, what, January something? They'll make a decision.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be really a great way for this to play
Just
itself
end.
out.
Just
it really
end.
would.
Yeah,
Because then
take
it would
him
just
off.
sputter. Because nobody else is going to beat Joe Biden.
Right.
And if Joe Biden, here's my prediction now, and let's keep all the way out topic, that if gasoline is under $4 a gallon,
He'll get
Joe Biden
reelected.
will win.
Yeah.
If gasoline is above $4 a
But how
gallon,
does he get there? Because it's
nothing. There's nothing he can really do about it.
Well, the only
Yeah.
thing he could do is release some of the national.
I guess,
But I don't know if that would do
relieve
much.
the federal tax on it or something. But I'm
Yeah.
saying without
He won't
shenanigans,
do the
because it's just the
backfire.
perception, and then
mean-
it could backfire because the perception would be like, well, he had to do all these shenanigans to bring it down. But
Even if
no,
he did
I'm
take
just saying
down
it-
reduce the federal tax on it, the oil companies would just charge more, wouldn't
they
they?
could. Yeah, I mean, there's no mechanism to keep them from doing so.
Right. Right.
But that's my prediction. It's like it all just comes down to pocketbooks right now.
Right.
Because the economy, and it has not been doing well for regular Americans for quite some time.
Well, and you get
But,
people still talking about the cost of eggs, and that was like 2 years ago, right?
Sure.
And again, Joe Biden has nothing to do with that. There was a big SARS outbreak through many,
Well, and it's
many.
mostly profiteering.
And it was
The vast
profiteering.
majority of that is profiteering for eggs in particular,
Yeah.
and they got sued and lost because they were profiteering.
Yeah.
So it's like they had to pay back millions and millions and millions of
I
dollars.
thought that was from like
Yeah.
2005, though.
No, I think it was just recently.
Was it recently?
Was it really? Yeah, so they've done it before?
Well, yeah. I mean, they'll do it as many times as they can. But I
It
think,
is. It's weird.
But they
Collusion
did.
and-
They had a supply chain issue because of all the SARS. They had to destroy tons and tons of
the bird flu
birds.
thing? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if those are meat birds, if those are egg birds. It could be either.
Could be either. Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeez. I don't know.
Bird flu. That sucks. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was like, meat birds or egg birds? What the fuck are you talking about?
We're laying meat over
Yeah.
here.
Well, they don't.
I'm thinking when you said meat bird, I'm like, they're not made of. I'm thinking beef. They're not made of beef,
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anything's meat if you're hungry enough.
right? I mean, don't they call like the insides of like certain types of veggies meat, like eggplant, the stuff that's inside that you carve out and
The meat of the plant or something?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It's not
somebody might, yeah.
beef,
Yeah.
but it's not like
Roast beast.
Yeah. Well, sharing is
Whoa.
caring
Yeah.
still. I ran across an interesting show. It's only 6 episodes. They did cancel it. It's not going to return for a second season. It's on Amazon Prime. It was originally on BBC, and Showtime had it for a year, but it's a show called Peer. And it's a British show about a Scottish woman that has a particular OCD. And it's basically that she has very sexual intrusive thoughts that she cannot control. And they come into her brain. She'll just be on a bus and she'll just start imagining everybody's having an orgy or stuff like that.
Wow.
And she's up in Scotland.
And she's where exactly?
It's not that she's sort of figuring this out. It's like, well, I'm having all these thoughts about women. Maybe I'm a lesbian. So she goes and goes to a bar and picks up a chick, and she realizes, no, this is not what I want. And then she sees like guys, and she's like, well, maybe I'm just horny. I need to get laid. But it's like, that's not what the issue is. She just has this condition and she can't figure it out. For years, she's had this condition, and she is living in her hometown. And the only thing that's sort of keeping her there is that she hasn't had these visions of her parents. Like she hasn't imagined her parents in sort of X-rated scenarios. Then she does. And it's like, holy fuck, I need to get away from here. So she goes to London and meets a whole new cast of characters and friends and stuff. And it's actually really well done show. The acting's really good. It's not overly graphic. I mean, you'll see some boobies and maybe some floppy wieners and stuff occasionally, but it's not like in your face, sure. But it's well done where she just has this break where she just
so it's off in the distance floppy wieners. It's not in your face floppy.
It's not in your face floppy wieners, but she'll just be like on a bus or the tube, and she'll just have this, like everything just erupts in her brain, and she's and she's just like, oh my god, I can't get away from it, kind of a thing. But and she's trying to tackle some relationships and figure out her place in the world. It doesn't end on a huge cliffhanger, but you can tell that they were expecting a season 2. So it's not like, oh my god, what's going to happen? I'm never going to know. So it's okay, and they're like 35-minute episodes. So
That's not bad.
And how do you spell that?
just peer, like peer
Peer-reviewed? Or a
no,
peer that you have
like
a boat
white
on?
as snow. P-U-R-E.
pure. Yeah.
Pure.
Ah.
Yeah. And,
Geez, all right.
yeah, it's not bad. I like
So it's
it.
a character study?
Yes, and I'd never heard of this as an OCD, but I guess it's a real thing where they.
Intrusive thoughts, yeah. Intrusive thoughts can be attributed also to ADHD as well.
Oh, okay.
What's the one where you want to drive off a cliff or something?
That would be that would be an intrusive thought.
It'd be the same thing as like, in fact, she's talking in one of the episodes, she's talking to a therapist, and the therapist like, I want to take my pen right now and stab you in the eye. And I'm thinking about how much extra I'll have to pay my cleaning lady because of all the blood and stuff.
Oh, man.
But I'm not going to act on it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And the girl's like, oh, I guess that's a good point, kind of thing. So
I think I'll be looking for
she's
a
like, I'm thinking,
therapist, thank you.
because the therapist is like, what are you thinking right now? And she's like so embarrassed and she can't like get it out. She's like, I'm thinking about fingering you right now. And then it flashes in her brain with a hand going into the panties and stuff like that. And then, I mean, yeah, watch it. It's a fascinating sort of study on this OCD, and it's well done. And there's funny bits.
Any actors that we would know?
Not that I know. One guy,
He's
his
got a
name
floppy
is
penis.
Joe something. He's an English guy I recognize from something, but I don't know what. I could have clicked the.
And it's called
thing.
Pure. Okay.
Pura. And then, have you guys been watching Reacher?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, 2 or 3, whatever.
Yeah, I think
whatever
3
they drop.
available right now.
Or
I watched
3,
all
yeah.
of
Yeah, I
those.
watched all 3 of them.
And that ended in a great spot.
Yeah.
because they had kind of
Yes.
gained some initiative, right? They
Do you guys want to do that for next week's Our Take?
Yeah, because the new
We could do the
episodes will
first
come
half
out on
Thursday,
Thursdays, so
yeah.
we'll be
So
able
we'll
to
have-
talk about it next week.
And
do the first half of the season?
So it's a total of 8 episodes.
I would
then?
think so. I think
Yeah.
that was the last season. It was 8. So I'm enjoying it. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, it's fine, and it's different to have this sort of ensemble, right? Because he had to make friends the last time,
Right.
so now he's got these old
buddies
relationships
and-
and such.
I liked how he saw the woman and she was at the ATM, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he walked over to the kids.
Figured out immediately that she's carjacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
yeah, that was a good scene.
The best was the Robert Patrick, Sarah Connor.
Yeah, it was
thing.
great.
That was
Oh my god, I laughed.
Wait, what?
Oh, you
When
didn't catch it?
Yeah, he's talking about the lady moved into a hotel under
Under the name Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor.
He's like, I don't give a fuck about her.
Yeah. Because he says it had 2 assumed names, and the one was, that was an operative from blah, 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 blah. Well, who's Sarah Connor? I don't give a fuck who Sarah Connor is.
Yeah, something like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I have to rewatch those 3 episodes then because I don't
it was
remember that.
Yeah. And he plays a good, smoldering,
Dude.
Geez, it's just, man, time goes on, doesn't it? Because
I heard-
he was so young as the T-1000.
Right.
I heard Kevin Smith, I guess, mentioned it on his Fat Man Beyond podcast, where he mentioned that guy who plays Reacher would make for a good Bruce Wayne Dark Knight.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, potentially it's huge, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on, yeah. Huh.
I don't picture Batman that big, but I mean, in
that guy-
costume, that would be
Did you,
intimidating.
did you see how big Ben Affleck got?
Well, yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
Affleck's what, 6'3"?
Yeah, he got
yeah.
fucking buff,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if this guy
Alan
puts on,
Rickman,
if he wears that batsuit or a variation on that one, he would look fucking cool shit. He would look like the Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight Returns,
yeah.
Miller Batman.
Yeah, he's 55 in that. So I always wanted Pat Warburton in Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the voice, or just
as Bruce Wayne.
Peter.
Yeah.
I don't see
have you
him.
ever seen not the Fast Runner? Oh man, he's got a really good dramatic role where he is a car salesman and he kind of loses his mind. Oh man, it's a good film. And that's what convinced me that Warburton's actually a really good actor.
I know, he's a
just
great
gets
actor.
to play
Yeah.
all this, kind of fun,
Yeah.
more fun stuff.
The poison
He's
for Cusco.
Oh yeah,
Cusco's poison.
Yeah. What is the name of that movie? Oh man, it's really good. Yeah.
If only there was a way we could find out.
Oh yeah.
some point. What about you, Mike? Anything new that you've been watching besides the tennis?
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah,
Listening.
yeah, no, I did the Breacher, and then yeah, no, that's about it. I got a bunch of new. I resubscribed to some news magazines. I've been reading The Nation. I'm going to resubscribe to The Atlantic because they really do have
They do
good
have
long
great stuff,
articles,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been reading. I got a stack of shit I'm supposed to be reading, so
Nice.
I'm way behind.
Yeah, I picked up and I can't tell you. Maybe I'll tell you next week. But one of the very first well-known samurais. It's a biography on him. I'm trying to remember his name, but he's the guy. His grandfather was the first guy to do the what do you call the
Seppuku?
Yeah. But this guy's just a badass samurai, and it's kind of a easy read book, but I'm not minding it, so I'm sort of trapped into that, reading about 4 chapters a night. So,
And it's a fiction or
no, it's a biography on this guy, taken from the historical records. But obviously embellished, right,
Sure.
with some,
What year
colorfulness.
was that, Patrick?
remember Shogun?
Well,
That Warburton,
yes.
it was pretty early. I'd say
There is
early
a new
90s.
Shogun coming out,
Oh.
and I don't remember if it's on.
Is that James Clavell? I think it is.
I think so. Yeah,
It was huge, dude. It was huge.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do
I
that.
don't know, but that was fun. Yeah, Pat Warburton.
Shogun 2024 is coming out in February. First episode.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit that button.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, the
Jeez. Yeah, that was a huge made-for-TV special,
that was big.
right?
Was that what was the
Yes,
actor?
Richard Chamberlain.
Richard Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah. I sure, in my mind, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was huge.
I
That was
remember
huge.
going to see Sound of Music at the Fifth Avenue 100 years ago, and Richard Chamberlain was
man.
Mr. Von Trapp.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy was
Baron Von
huge.
Trapp. Was he Baron? What was he?
He might have been a baron.
He could have been a Baron.
I'm looking on.
It's going to be on Hulu and FX,
All
the
right.
new Shogun. And I saw the previews for it, and it's got a lot of like Japanese actors that you'd recognize. Like that guy.
Yeah, that guy's everywhere.
He
No,
was
that guy's
in
everywhere. Yeah.
the Keanu Reeves.
John Wick.
Yeah. No, the one where he played in Japanese feudal Japan, 47 Ronin.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see that? Or Ronin?
Oh, yeah,
It's
no.
called
Ronin, yeah.
It was horrible, but he.
No, 47 Ronin was the Keanu Reeves movie. Ronin was that was Al Pacino.
Oh, and yeah, I think
Two-
that is
two
that's a
different
Michael Mann
movies.
movie, yeah. Yeah, Ronin is a bank robbery movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Robert De Niro.
Yeah, but
De
yeah,
Niro.
47.
And Renee, the dude that was in The Professional, Leon the Professional.
yeah,
Can't remember
yeah.
his name. Yeah, that had a good shoot 'em up kind of a.
Yeah.
Not as good as Heat.
Yeah,
Heat was
yeah.
friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
The shootout scene in downtown
yeah.
LA. But
And that's kind of based on dudes, right?
yeah.
People like money. Oh, man.
Big
They're like,
bags of
so
money.
you're telling me they have a bunch of money in that building? Is that what I'm hearing? And they're like, well, yeah, that's a bank. That's where they keep it. Like, well, I'm going to go get me some.
Stacks of cash.
I didn't realize how many animated movies that Patrick Warburton done until I'm scrolling through his IMDb.
All right. Well, while Todd's doing that, I got to end on something positive. This is from author John J. Geddes, who I don't know anything that he's. I tried to look him up, but I liked his poetic prose here. It's freshly cut Christmas trees smelling of stars and snow and pine resin. Inhale deeply and fill your soul with wintry night.
Oh.
That struck me as
I can,
quite poetic.
yeah, I can sense that paragraph.
Yes.
I can feel it.
Yes.
That's nice.
All right. Anything else, boys?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
I've been watching the Godzilla show.
No.
Oh, right on.
It's been really good.
Yeah. Is it Monarch?
Monarch, yeah.
What channel is that on?
That's Apple TV.
Yeah.
Did you watch Foundation? That was on there too.
No, never watched that.
I didn't watch Foundation. I watched. I think your phone's buzzing us. I watched. What was the one? Did you have Apple?
No.
Silo. Have you seen Silo?
No, I think you were telling me about that.
Silo was good. I'm waiting for the next season because it did end on a cliffhanger. I'm curious to see where she ends up after that. But
It's just a Down syndrome kid's dream. Everything exists
In
in
a
St.
snow globe.
Elsewhere. Yes. Snow globe.
that's how every show
Yeah, it
should end.
just end.
What
Yeah,
show
is
was
that
that?
they're still
What
alive?
show was that did that?
St. Elsewhere.
Yeah, it was St. Elsewhere, yeah.
Okay.
With
Because it was the hospital
Corbin
inside the
Bernsen.
snow globe.
Yeah.
Wow.
That wasn't Corbin Benson, was it?
He was in that show. wasn't
yeah,
he?
but it wasn't the kid.
No, that would be
was
way
that
better.
kid?
That would be way better.
The little blonde kid. I wonder if he's still
like
alive.
Jack from a Tropic Thunder. Just like, you never go full. Oh man,
You never go full retard.
it's so man.
Oh,
Those rascals.
Yeah.
Those.
I can say that because I rode the short bus to school.
Oh man.
Oh, geez. All right, we'll come back, folks, in the members only or on the Patreon for our top 5 sitcom families I'd love to spend Christmas with. And then we're also our very first our take on Leave the World Behind, and we're going to review it. It's like 10-15 minute little review on that movie.
Or longer.
Well,
That's what she said. Yeah, groovy.
Faster,
Thanks for being here, everybody.
yeah. And we'll see you next week when we close this year out.
Oh man,
2023.
crazy. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
It's the quickening, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There can be only one.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, blogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.